Hello everyone! Today we will be making a classic Cantonese dim sum sweet treat, the ox tongue pastry. The name of this delicious treat comes from its unique shape that happens to be shaped like an ox tongue. Let's get started. First, we will place the butter, the sugar, and the water into a big bowl and place that bowl into a pot of boiling water. Allow the three ingredients to melt and mix them gently. Set this bowl aside and let it chill until it becomes cool. Add in 1 beaten egg and mix well. Then add in half a teaspoon of yeast and let it just sit for 5 minutes. Place 2 cups of flour into a large bowl and add in a 1/3 teaspoon of baking soda. After it's well incorporated, add in the liquid from earlier and knead into a ball of dough. Now set this bowl into a larger bowl of warm water and cover to allow it to rise. Make sure the water is not too hot to touch. Your dough should double in size after about 30 minutes. You can let it rise normally in room temperature, but that will take longer. While the dough is rising, we will take this time to make the filling. Place the butter, the sugar into a bowl and let it melt by placing the bowl into a pot of boiling water as we did prior. After it's all melted, mix in 2 tablespoons of flour to make an oiled dough. Place this oiled dough onto a piece of parchment paper and follow the instructions shown on the screen. And fold the parchment paper into a 24 by 12 square. Flatten the oiled dough. And let it set to cool. Now we will start working on the dough again. Knead it back to its original size. Let it rise again in the lukewarm double bowl until it doubles in size. After that, knead it out into a flat 20 by 25 square. If the dough is too elastic to roll out, let it sit for a little bit and it should be easy to manipulate. Now, brush on a layer of beaten egg and place the oiled dough from earlier on 1/2 of the dough. Leave a small space at the border. Fold the other side over gently and close the front edge as shown. Leave the other 2 sides open and cover with a cheesecloth and let it rise for about 1 to 1.5 hours. After After it's done, it should be super soft to the touch. Slice into 9 to 10 strips as shown. And flip them onto their sides. Sprinkle on some flour and set it for another 5 minutes. Then flip it onto its other side and set for another 5 minutes. This will result in the treat having a nice even shape. Finally, heat up olive oil until it is hot. About 160 degrees Celsius will do. Make sure you have enough oil for the treats to float. You can test with a small ball of dough. If it quickly float up to the top, then the oil is ready. Turn it down to medium heat and then add in the dough pieces one at a time. Make sure you don't overcrowd the pot. Fry until both sides are golden and crispy. Pay attention to the color. If the color is changing too fast, then you need to turn the heat a bit lower. But if the edges begin to split open immediately as you put them in, the heat is way too low and you need to turn the heat back up. This is a treat that will take some time, but the finishing product is totally worth it. It's crispy on the outside, fluffy and airy on the inside, and just absolutely delicious. Thank you for watching. Be sure to try out this delicious recipe and like our Facebook page linked down below.